Yeah, 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 yeah. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Replay gang, let me know something in the comment section. You know? And whatever you give in donations, replay gang, will go towards the next stream goal to go 2 hours. So yeah, replay gang, feel comfortable sending in those replay donations. Okay, that's what's up, Divine Photos. What up? What's popping? What's cracking? Everybody hit the like button. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Can y'all do me a favor? What up, saying? Can y'all do me a favor and it's crazy. Hit the like button. $25 live stream goal as usual. $25 live stream goal for me to go 2 hours. If we meet the $25 goal, I go 2 hours. If we don't meet it, I go 1 hour. Last night we didn't meet it. Let's meet it tonight. Can y'all hit the like button for me? Yeah. Hit the links below. Join the membership. Yeah. Follow me on Rumble if you haven't already. Yeah, we about to get started. Yep. Yep. The like button. Hit the like button, please. What up, Curtis? Yeah. Yep. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the donations up. $25 live stream goal for me to go 2 hours. If we don't meet it, I'll go 1 hour. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. Big dog of the stream, queen of the stream, king of the stream. Um, yeah, let's get it. So this is the lady from yesterday or last night that we went over. 15,000 followers. What does she say? She should put 5 times divorced on on the top of her Instagram. Just to warn men. She says a life enjoyed is a life well lived. Oh, and she has a TikTok. Jeez Louise. Wait, not Joy Behar. Or no, Joy Reid. Or what is her name? Yeah, Joy Reid. The lady from MSNBC, the effinist, the woke effinist. That tell you everything you need to know about this woman. But let's see. Yeah, her look gives me the creeps. What does she talk about?
5 different categories. Never heard it before in my life. But he said women get categorized as the desperate girl, the good time girl, good enough girl, dream girl, or out of your league girl. What Sir failed to mention was that you could be all 5 of these girls with one nigga, depending on how long y'all been talking. Because when you first get with a dude, he will treat you like a dream girl, bragging on you, showing you off to his friends. But then he'll realize, damn, she out of my league. Instead of leaving you alone properly, he'll start negging you and treating you less than like you just good enough while he outside looking for better. You a big fish, so you wondering like, damn, where the representative is? Why things change? So now you complaining and nagging. Now you don't. He falling back because you don't became a little headache, but he leave one foot in the door so he can spin the block because you a good time. Now you a sneaking link. You like, damn, I'm worth so much more. So now you applying pressure like you desperate, and that is the circle of life when you're dealing with these lion kings. So sir, if you're gonna talk about it, tell it all. So I ran across this TikTok.
But yeah, women love that whole roller coaster that she just described. They love the cycle of being all 5 of those things. That's the part they ain't gonna talk about. They absolutely love the man that they complain about. Why does she have a stain on the front of her shirt? Ma'am, if you're gonna do Instagram, just never mind. It's ridiculous. What is this nonsense? Good night vibes. Life is amazing. This is a 62-year-old woman, y'all, doing lip singing like Instagram reels and TikToks with baby hairs slicked down and big whole hoop earrings. This is a 62-year-old woman, y'all, still doing TikTok dances. This is sad. What up, T Orlando? Man, this is crazy. 62? Uh, have anything to say? You know what I say about leopard print? This is sad, ma'am. You look uncomfortable. You look awkward. Mm, I don't think I could look it anymore. What the?
Blessings, everything that you gave.
Just okay. That's enough. That's enough. What up, Mystic? Um, yeah. Oh, a new pop the balloon. I'm so congested, y'all. Can y'all tell I'm sick? Does my nose sound stuffy? Because it is. Well, I got plenty to go over for 2 hours if we meet that goal. If we meet that goal, then I'll do a pop the balloon probably. Let's get into it. What up, Go Hard?
I go, okay, come
Hello.
through ready. I love
Let-
it when y'all come through ready with the light ready, with the
Let
ring
me
light ready. I love
let
it.
me
I
lift
love
it up a little bit
I love
so
it.
you
I
can
love
see
it
my.
when y'all be ready. I don't gotta spend time in saying, get the light
Oh,
together.
okay, I
Put the
got
baby to sleep.
it.
Where are you calling me from?
I am.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Time in saying, get the light together.
Okay, I
Put the
got
baby to sleep.
it.
Where are you calling me from?
I am.
Tell your mama to be quiet. Ooh.
Okay, I am calling
What's
from Las
your name?
Vegas.
Okay, what's
Elissy.
your? I got two. Which one?
Elissy.
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now. Okay, so I'm gonna take that one off. All right, this is you. Okay, what's your name? How you spell it?
It's Elissie.
Elissie.
Yes,
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, and what you do for a living?
I am currently a new doctoral student. I do Christian counseling and I also do nails on the side.
Okay, so you're you do nails, and you're a student.
No, I'm a new doctoral graduate.
Oh,
And
you're a new doctoral
yes.
graduate. Okay. Okay.
So what I
So
do is I do nails and therapy at the same time. So like my clients for my nail techs, my nail tech clients are also my patients.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
What kind of shit is that?
Okay, so let's break that down. On one hand, I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Because you know how people want their fucking hairstylist or nail tech to be their psychiatrist. So it seemed like that could go together. Do they nails while you help them with their mental problems? I feel like the psychology field is going to boom this next 30 years with all these single childless women that's going to be running around. So, hey, it's probably going to be a lucrative business. Anything to entertain or medicate women, anything to drown their pain away is going to be booming business. Wine, psychology, uh, pharmaceutical companies, it's all going to boom. But then on the other hand, it's dumb as fuck because it's like, I don't want my psychiatrist to be my nail tech. Something about that just don't. It do mix, but then it don't mix. You know what I mean? It's like I wouldn't have my barber be my actual therapist. It's like, nigga, just focus on one. Just cut my hair, bro. Just cut my hair. But I don't know. Let's get back into it.
For my nail techs, my nail tech clients are also my patients.
Oh wow! So you're a therapist that do nails?
Yes.
Child, let me figure that out, child. I'm getting a feel. Child, let me tell you what happened, girl. I can't talk to her no more. Well, girl, let me tell you, as you filing, the Lord said, take a breath. Okay, He wants some
Right.
tea. That's actually unique. I never heard of that before. Is that
Yeah.
your
It's
niche?
different. Yes, I mean it. When I started doing nails, it's like it's something that just came natural, and it's like every time I had a new client, it's like I was their therapist. It's like probably 90% of people would sit down and just start like crying and just telling me their life, and I'm just like, this is my calling. So I went back to school, and that's what I did. Yeah.
I like that. And then also, I think a hairstylist. I think hairstylists. My nail, shout out to my nail salon child, but they don't speak no English. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh gosh. Here's Kendra being cringe. Yeah, okay, so a bar where you can get your hair cut? Uh that could be a good idea for men. A strip club. Well, they already got something like that. They got the strippers at the barbershop. I remember there was one business where they had the strippers at the barbershop. Um, that's a good idea. Get a lap dance while you're getting your hair cut. That's definitely a good idea. So they could do a bar slash strip club slash hair salon, or no, they could do a bar slash strip club slash barbershop. That might work. Well, see, I don't know. Alcohol and strippers and blades, maybe it don't go together. Never mind.
Then also, I think a hairstylist. I think hairstylists. My nail, shout out to my nail salon child, but they don't speak no English. I'm gonna leave it at that. But they, but actually, they're all from Russia. My nail salons in California, they are Russian child. But I've never. But with my hairstylist, ooh, child, I think hairstylists should get therapy degrees too because they hear awe.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to you. You have any kids?
Yes, I have two.
How old are your two kids?
14 and 9.
14 and 9, both by the same man?
No,
Two men.
I have
Have you
two.
ever been married?
Yes.
When did you get divorced?
2022.
Oh, okay, so you're officially divorced.
Yes.
Okay. So, and what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo.
And where are you calling me from again? Do you live in Vegas? Or are you visiting?
Yeah. Yes, I live in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Elise, right?
Elysee.
Alyssa, I'm sorry. Alyssa,
Yeah.
Alyssa.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
Okay, she's 34 years old, well past the wall, two kids by two different men. And she was married and divorced. That's a rough life already. Cause see, like I always break down, these women been dating since 14. She's been on the dating market for 2 decades. Popped out 2 humans and a divorce to boot. Not to mention, all the wild things she got into from 14 to 24. Probably before she had the kids or whatever. Who knows what these women got into in high school? Think about it. It's not a stretch for a woman to have talking phases with 20 guys in their high school years. It's not really that far fetched if she got any type of cuteness on her. See, you can't just count guys she had sex with. We gotta count, like I said, talking phases, guys she went on few dates with, but nothing came of it, guys she had sex with, guys she had relationships with. Like, think about 20 years of men. Just, you get my point. My point is, these chicks aren't relationship material, or something would have worked out by now. It's really just that simple. I want to say this too. You also got to think about it like this too, guys. What's the chances you're going to be lucky number 27? I mean, really think about it like that. For all men dating over 30, you dating these 30, 35, 40, 45-year-old women. What are the chances your lucky number is 2,706? Exactly. Let's get the donations up. We got a $25 live stream goal for me to stay on 2 hours. If not, I stay on 1 hour. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. I'm looking for a live stream sponsor starting at $5. It make you the king or queen of the stream, big dog of the stream. Let's get it. And hit the like button, please.
Elise, right?
Elyssi.
Elise, I'm sorry. Elise. Dr. Elise. What
Yes.
is your practice? What is your main focus in your doctoral?
My main focus is
Like, what's
I
your
do a lot of
doctoral degree? What was your doctoral degree in?
in psychology.
Psychology. Got you. Okay. So we got Liz. Say it again.
Elyssi.
Elise, Las Vegas, 34. She's a new doctoral graduate. Also does nails. So we're calling her the nail salon therapist officially. But
Yes.
the doctor in the nail salon. Mine of two kids by two men, was married, is divorced. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for a man that pays attention to detail, a man that is patient, generous, and um, know how to know his role as a man. Like know what he's supposed to do without me having to coach him on what to do.
Okay.
You already talk about not having to coach a man, so she's coming off like a bitch off top. The fact that she even mentioned the concept of a woman coaching a man to do what he have to do lets you know what kind of woman this is. Not a likable one. Not a submissive one. Not a feminine one. Good women don't talk like that when they talk about men. But see, this is what happens when you have 20 years of baggage and bad experiences. Anytime you talk about men, you're talking about men in a bad faith type of way. She said something about generous. Yeah, that's hooker language. So we know what type of time she on with her big fucking veneers and her bad weave. We know what type of time she on. She's trying to repackage some old used up pussy by getting some big ass veneers and a bad weave. You can't trick us, man.
Um, know how to know his role as a man. Like know what he's supposed to do without me having to coach him on what to do.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Ooh, child. So my deal breakers are lazy man, men that suffer from a lot of issues, childhood issues, PTSD, men that are not willing to go the extra mile. Like if I need something done, you should be able to do it without me having to, tell you I need it done. So
This is coming off so aggressive. I shouldn't have to tell you now. I shouldn't have to coach you. So she's giving off the vibe that this is the experience that she's had with men. She got to coach men. She's a real ball breaker. Nobody's going above and beyond for a 34-year-old divorcee with 2 kids by 2 different men. They're just not doing it. Only a sucker would do it. No man that you would respect is going to go out of his way for you. It's just that simple.
not willing to go the extra mile. Like if I need something done, you should be able to do it without me having to, tell you I need it done. So those are my deal breakers. A man that has too many children, and I know that sounds crazy because I have been a stepmother before, but I don't see myself, dealing with a man with a lot of children, especially when I want more.
Okay. So you want more kids. So he can have 2 kids like you?
Yeah, he can have 2, but he's like 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Uh, he has to make enough to take care of himself first and me. And
Right. as a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills.
She's looking for a provider, man, y'all. I wonder, was her husband a provider, man? She's looking for a tall, dark, handsome man to take care of her and her 2 children by 2 different men. This stuff really be making sense in their mind. Or maybe it's them just throwing a Hail Mary. Like I always say, at this age, provider should be out of your vocabulary. Multiple kids by multiple men, provider should be out of your vocabulary. You're not a prize. Look, you never were. But you could have at least sold it if you didn't have multiple kids and you weren't past the wall. You could have tried to sell it where it was somewhat believable. But now people just think you're retarded when they hear you say stuff like this.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah. Should he make a certain amount of money?
He has to make enough to take care of himself first and me and our children, of course, because I feel like I said, I feel like a man should lead my household, and I feel like in order for him to do that, he has to make a certain amount of money. And then,
So did you hear that, fellas? Did you hear that? She basically saying, if you don't make a certain amount of money, I won't respect you as the leader of the household. Because see, these women don't respect manhood, they respect money. Money is what's going to make you the leader of the household, not who you are as a man. Got to pay attention to what they say. That's exactly what she just said. Women like this respect your bag. They don't respect who you are as a man. If you lost the bag, you're no longer the leader of the household. Never fuck with a bitch like that. There's a lot of men who feed into that concept too. Like, a real man pay all the bills. If I don't pay all the bills, I can't call myself a man. I feel sorry for those dudes. I feel sorry for the fact that your wife only respects you because you make a certain amount of money. It's a sad existence. Okay, Dr. Elise or whatever her name is. It's just cringe. It's all narcissism. You don't need to put that you're a doctor in your fucking IG name. We get it, bitch. Doctor of philosophy. Okay. 10,000 followers. Too rich for my blood. Trying to flex that she's a doctor. Flexing that she's an army veteran. It's just too on the nose for me. Former Miss Arkansas? No. Her ego is too big. There's no room for a man. Flat out. Oh, more red flags. Tattoos? Tattoos on your chest? Hell no. Blonde weave? Nope. All these fucking bad wigs. Ridiculous fucking eyebrows drawn on. But I need a high value man. Stop it, man. Stop it.
he has to make enough to take care of himself first and me and our children, of course, because I feel like I said, I feel like a man should lead my household, and I feel like in order for him to do that, he has to make a certain amount of money, and then especially where you live at. I live in Las Vegas, so you can't be making.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the expectation is, so you want marriage now, of course.
Yes.
No? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So was that the expectation for your children's dads too?
Yes. The only difference between now and when I dated years ago is growth, growing up, wanting different things. And my ex-husband was older than me, you know, so my expectations in my 20s is not my same expectations in my 30s. You know, you kind of learn what you will accept and what you will not accept. And
Your expectations should go down in your 30s. Because men see you as lower value in your 30s with other niggas' kids. I love how they believe that the worse they get, far as what men value, the more they should expect from a man. So the more red flags they rack up, they think they should expect more from men. That's like a dude who was a six-figure lawyer, you know, losing his license to practice and having to go back to a McDonald's job saying, I had a 6 when I was a lawyer, but now that I work at McDonald's, I'm only taking a 9, bare minimum. That's what the equivalent would be. When I was a six-figure man walking around in Armani suits, I had a woman who was a 6. All I could get was a woman that's a 6. But now that I'm working at McDonald's and gotta, you know, drive a bust down Camry, I'm not accepting anything less than a 9 or 10. Everybody would roast the shit out of him constantly.
learn what you will accept and what you will not accept. And then you go from there,
I,
you know?
I absolutely agree. But the expectation is for him to be a provider for your two other kids too?
Yes. Because if he has children, I'll be provided for his children too.
Okay,
So
so when
it
you
goes
mean
both ways.
provider, you just mean as an emotional or financially?
Emotional, financial, everything. I feel like he should be a provider. You know, there's I run into a lot of men that don't want to provide. A lot of
Why does that not surprise me?
She's a waste of fucking space, dude. She might be good to come down her throat, something like that, and after that, she's fucking in the dating market. She's done.
Is anybody surprised that she's running into men who don't want to provide? Who the fuck want to provide for another man's kids? Two other men's kids. And a goofy bitch with bad wigs. Bars. I mean, seriously. I mean, men are over that provider shit. The women who usually get providers are women who meet their mate in high school or college and stay down with him from the beginning. And then he get his money up and then retire his woman so she can stay home with the kids. It's not something you get after you already pushed out 2 kids for 2 men. It's not something you get as a woman reaching geriatric pregnancy age and already pushed out 2 by 2 and already got a divorce under her belt. The provider word doesn't go with that resume. It just doesn't.
like he should be a provider. You know, there's I run into a lot of men that don't want to provide. A lot of a lot of men that I do run into, they want women to um be do 50-50. Like, okay, I like we are working together. Okay, that's one thing, but they actually want a woman to do just as much as them, and that's just not
Yes, because honestly, you're more of a burden than an asset to a man's life. I got to put up with your 2 kids. I got to put up with your boss bitch attitude and you trying to control me and try to coach me. Nobody wants to deal with that. Then I got to deal with your fucking family who probably not going to like me. That's a loss. We in a major deficit already off top soon as I come into the relationship. So hell yeah, you got to pay half the bills. And you still in a deficit far as you being worth it. Honestly, even if you paid all the bills, you still in the deficit. It still probably ain't worth it. Well, no, I'm going to say for sure, it still ain't worth it. Trust me, you paying half the bills is the absolute least you could do. Absolute least.
want a woman to do just as much as them, and that's just not what I'm accepting. I'm not accepting a man that feels like, you know, he don't have to come to the table providing. Because one thing about me is I'm going to bring something to the table, and I'm going to work with you, but at the same time I want you to already know that you're going to be a provider if you're coming into my life.
Okay.
What do you bring to the table then? Seriously. Other than what I just already stated, you know, along with the bad attitude and bad wigs and the entitlement, you know, what do you bring? I hope you're not gonna come with that same tired ass I cook and clean story. Cause it just ain't enough.
And I'm going to work with you, but at the same time I want you to already know that you're going to be a provider if you're coming into my life.
Okay. Now you got a divorce. What happened there?
So with my divorce, ooh,
Was your husband? I guess
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Yeah, you know what that laugh was about. You know what that laugh was about. I'm full of shit and I gotta explain myself. Ooh, how I'm gonna flip this. That's what that laugh was about. Oh my goodness. And this is why women hate questions after 25. Because they gotta start explaining some bullshit. Women don't mind questions as much when they 18, 19, 20. After 25, they can't stand questions.
okay. Now you got a divorce. What happened there?
So with my divorce, ooh,
Was your husband? I guess the question is they're asking. Was your ex-husband?
I think that we grew apart, and I think it was the age, the age, and you know, we wanted two different things. I wanted to continue to do certain things, and he wanted to stay where he was. So, and I think that's what it was. It was just, you know, us growing apart. We were, you know, he was a lot more older than me. So I think that's what it was. Just growing apart, wanting more in life, and then having a partner that didn't want to, you know, grow with me. I think that.
Exactly. Yes. Big shocker. A provider man want his woman to be a traditional woman and nurturing and care more about the family than she do about her latest business idea. What a shocker. They want traditional men while having all the freedom to be modern women. You still do everything men did in the 50s, and I'm still gonna have hot girl summers, start 20 businesses, put the family on the back burner, but you still just pay all the bills and take care of my kids by other men, though. You can babysit my two kids by two different men while I go out and start businesses and probably fuck other guys on the side. You know, don't try to stunt my growth. You know, you comfortable just making your 70K and providing for, you know, the whole family. But I need to step it up and start more businesses. And if you're not trying to support me with that, then I gotta go. I outgrew you. These women are dog shit, man. She talking about she want a provider. She had a provider. She talking about she want a provider. She had a provider and she threw him away because she probably got bored. These women are a fucking joke. The new provider, the new potential provider is going to want to know why you threw away your last provider who took you on as a baby mama. And you're not going to be able to give a good answer. As we just saw, we grew apart. That's not going to be good enough for a potential provider, man. Or another way to look at it is she wasn't okay with the lifestyle they had to live on his funds. See, they don't just want a provider. They want a man who could provide the high life. They want a man who could provide a luxury lifestyle for her and her children by other men. So if you make 70K and y'all got to live a modest lifestyle, that's not a provider to them. She's going to outgrow you if you only could provide a mediocre lifestyle.
and he wanted to stay where he was. So, and I think that's what it was. It was just, us growing apart. We were, he was a lot more older than me. So I think that's what it was. Just growing apart, wanting more in life, and then having a partner that didn't want to, grow with me. I think that's what it really was.
Okay.
You couldn't control him, and you didn't want to get on his program. He didn't want to grow the way you wanted to grow. But see, it's not about you. It's about getting on the man's program. But this is why you're not fit to be in a relationship with a provider, man. Because you want shit to go your way, and he got to get on your program. And it don't work like that with those type of men. And that's why you're single and will remain single. He didn't get on my growth program, so I outgrew him. Fuck out of here. You're a clown.
More older than me. So I think that's what it was. Just growing apart, wanting more in life, and then having a partner that didn't want to, grow with me. I think that's what it really was.
Okay. And was he the father of one of your children?
Yes.
Okay. And he was a provider? Did he fit that role?
Yes. He was.
Okay, cool. All right. So that's what I say I've learned from the show. There are men who are okay with being providers. Two things. I mean, a lot of men that are, when they're looking for wives to have children, I mean, a lot of men who are willing to provide in that accord, right? So these are men who at times are looking to start a family. So they're willing to provide in that way. Then I would say, I don't think what you're asking for is unrealistic. I understand from the woman's perspective. But the caveat has to become is the man has to make enough money to provide, right? So for you, you already have 2 kids. Let's say he has a kid, and then you want more kids. So in this mindset, this man has to be able, can he afford to provide for 5 people?
No man with balls, I'm gonna say that again. No man with balls is gonna let his woman have all these fucking businesses and shit and not contribute to the household. That is a weak ass man. Okay, you make 6 figures with whatever you doing in life, and then I'm paying all the bills. Who gonna do that? Why would you want somebody to do that? You're a horrible human. Any woman who okay with pocketing 6 figures while her man pay all the bills is a horrible human being. Point blank, period. I mean, only a slow dude is going to accept that deal. Like, these women are telling on themselves when they say, yeah, I make 6 figures, but I need a man who could provide. You're a bad person. No decent woman is going to let you bust your ass to provide and pay all the bills while she making money that she pocketing. Come on, bro. Don't be that damn desperate now. Like, dudes like that are asking to get played. I don't feel sorry for dudes like that when they get done dirty. You was asking to get done dirty, that you even accepted that deal. Shout out to John, the first donator. He's the live stream sponsor, big dog of the stream, king of the stream. Everybody shout out John. He says the Western world is done 1 or 2 more generations. Yeah, probably. $5 down. 20 more to go if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours. If not, I'm gonna get off after this video. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat.
And then you want more kids. So in this mindset, this man has to be able, can he afford to provide for 5 people, right? So there's a certain salary that comes in mind with that. So I think that these are the things of the mindset. Shout out to Zach Book. He's one of the men who taught me this mathematical thing that men who are providers who know what it takes to be a man, right? So this is what can happen sometimes. Sometimes you can price yourself out, or a man might be like, I don't mind being a provider. I just can't provide that much, right? Like my budget is 70K. So that's what I got. That's what it is. I do well with myself. I got 1 child. I could probably add you and maybe 1 more person to that, but you're going to have to contribute too. So I think that it all sounds great, right? And this is just an educational moment, things that men have taught me. Now there are some men who just don't want to be providers. We ain't talking about y'all, right?
Think about the fact that a 46-year-old woman just realized that. oh, if a man's going to be a provider, he has to do the math based on how much money he makes. Men actually do math to figure out what they could afford. Somebody had to sit Kendra down in her mid 40s to teach her that. Let that simmer in your brain for a minute. Why wouldn't this man just get a 25-year-old with no kids? These women always talk as if they're the only woman on the planet that want a provider man. You're asking for the same man that every woman wants of any age. Why would he pick a woman who's a 3 out of 10, all things considered? I ain't even talking about her looks. Why would a top tier man pick a bottom tier woman when he have all the options in the world? That's the question they can't answer. I cook and clean. So does the 25-year-old. I'm emotionally intelligent. So is the 25-year-old. I'm mature. So is the 25-year-old. Only a desperate man would pick you. And let's be real, you're going to chew up and spit out a desperate, pathetic man.
It's an educational moment, things that men have taught me. Now there are some men who just don't want to be providers. We ain't talking about y'all, right? We ain't talking about y'all who don't want to contribute. I mean, who don't really feel like you want to provide for the family. I'm talking about men who take that serious and want to do it. The question becomes, okay, can I afford that for that woman? And do I want to do that for that woman? Yeah.
Yeah, that is the question. Yeah, that is the question, Kendra. I don't feel like you can give us a... like, she didn't give her any game, really. I mean, that was just a waste. It was a complete waste.
Want to do it, the question becomes, okay, can I afford that for that woman? And do I want to do that for that woman? Yeah. Okay.
That's just what it really is. People don't understand that.
Do these women think their companionship is so mind-blowing that it will offset any other negatives that they come to the table with? Do they think their personality and sex is so great that it will offset every other bad thing? Is that what they believe? Do they just believe that men are just itching for another $40,000, $50,000 bill? Like, why would I want to add on another bill to my life who's likely just going to be a big headache after the honeymoon phase? Why would I add on that other bill? And your resume says that you don't stay with men. Your resume says that you do not stay with men. You've left every man you probably ever been with. Why would this man believe that, like I said, he's going to be lucky number 27?
That's just what it really is. People don't understand that. A lot of people will say, "Oh, he has to make this and that," but like I see some of the comments, like, "Oh, how can she afford this?" First of all, I have multiple streams of income. Number two, I am retired military, but I also know how, to put my money where it can multiply. So yeah, but needing a man is something that I feel like every woman needs. I mean, I feel like I hear women say all.
It's cute. Well, first off, she was in the military. You know what they say about military women. So I wouldn't be surprised if she got ran through in the military. It's cool for you to say. And another thing, she's very masculine. You see how she was snapping her neck and all that, and actually out military, talking with her hands and all that. She is extremely masculine, and she probably will want to throw hands once y'all get into it about something. But yeah, it's cool to say you need a man, but you easily throw away a man. You don't value manhood. You don't value men. So I don't care about this lip service about I need a man and yada yada and I'll submit and I'll do this. It's all lip service. If you valued men that much, you would have stayed with one from the past 20 years. The fuck out of here.
Is something that I feel like every woman needs. I mean, I feel like I hear women say all the time, "I don't need a man," and I feel like, I mean, I need a man. I mean, I'm not speaking for anybody else, but I need a man because I feel like when you're in a unit with a man and a woman and children and a family unit, it works better. I mean, we can say we can be independent all we want, et cetera, but especially Black women, a lot of us don't know how to be submissive. A lot of us don't know how to be wives, but at the same time, we want this type of man. So with me, I
Look at Kendra face. Now she giving some RP game right now, and Kendra face is tight. This woman is full of shit, and she's a typical modern woman, but she is giving some RP game right here. And look how tight Kendra face is.
wives, but at the same time we want this type of man. So with me, I need a man. I want a man. I want him to provide, and I'm okay with being submissive to the right man.
Okay.
Run away if a woman say she's willing to be submissive for the right man. No, you either a submissive woman or you not. If he wasn't the right man, you wouldn't even be in a relationship with him to begin with. So the fact that you got to even throw that in there shows that you're not submissive. AKA, I'll be submissive to Mr. Perfect, who makes 6 figures. Conditional femininity is bullshit. Conditional submission is bullshit. You're either feminine and submissive or you're not. It ain't for the right guy. Because a masculine man, whether he with the right woman or the wrong woman, he coming with masculinity.
I want a man. I want him to provide, and I'm okay with being submissive to the right man.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam. You talking that talk, girl. You was already prepared, so you already got A+ for me for just being prepared.
Let me scoot it back. I'm gonna set it up a little bit so you can see me. I wasn't expecting you to pick me today. This is my first time actually.
That's what they always say, child. I wasn't. You here?
I wasn't ready, but I stay ready, so I have to get ready.
That's right.
So
that's right. Oh, you look like you small. Okay.
Typical all black to slimmer up, and then typical tight hoe fit clothes. Typical tight hoe fitting clothes so she can show off her butt and all that, short shorts and all that. Grow the fuck up. You 34 years old. Grow the fuck up.
That's right. Oh, you look like you small. Okay, got that. Okay.
Let me get the leg. You want to see the legs?
You know, you can tell when somebody let their body because they'll do an extra Kendra Cam. Okay, we see the legs. Okay, booty tight. Okay, you look small too.
Oh, a little. You know, black makes you look small. Yeah, I'm 5'2".
Okay, now that's what I mean. I can tell you it's short. Okay.
Thing I want to mention, you don't think she got some D on call? You don't think there's somebody in her life that's fucking her right now? While she looking for this Mr. 6 feet perfect man to be lucky number 27?
You look small. Yeah, I'm 5'2".
Okay, now that's what I mean. I can tell you it's short. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Pronounce your name again. Please don't kill me.
It's Elissy.
So Elissy. Okay.
Elissy.
I spelled.
Are you fucking serious, ho? like his.
All right, we got 6 more minutes of footage to cover, and then I'm gonna get off. We need to meet $20 more for me to stay on 2 hours. I'm looking for that buzzer beater 20. We got $5 down. We need 20 to go for me to stay on 2 hours. I'm looking for that buzzer beater. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat.
All right. Pronounce your name again. Please don't kill me.
It's Elissy.
So Elissy. Okay.
Elissy.
I spelled it, but I knew I was going to say it wrong. Elissy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When was your last relationship?
In 2022. Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm not gonna answer that.
I told you so.
Yeah, we know you've been getting dick this past 3 years. I mean, you don't gotta answer. But you're currently fucking somebody. They always keep that one dude that got good dick on call. Okay, no homo, but most guys don't fuck women right. These women be getting bust down, but only a small percentage of the men that bust them down are actually good in bed. They never let, long stick Rick go. Ever. She always keep him on call for when she's in between breaking up families. She always keep him on call. Seriously, do you look? I would say maybe, okay, maybe 1 out of 10 men really fuck a woman brains out like the way she want to get her brains fucked out. Do you really think she's just gonna let him go and never call him again? Especially when she run through so many men and always in and out of relationships. Do you ever think she gonna lose that number or lose contact with him? The one dude that made her come 3 times? The only dude to ever make her come like that in her whole sexual history? You really think she gonna just let him go? And this goes for all the women that come on these shows. They never letting that go. Some of these women have never had an orgasm until they met Long Stick Rick. They will be having sex with that man for the rest of their lives, even if they do get married and stay in one of the marriages. Never forget that.
$2022. Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm not gonna answer that.
3 flaws you have to work on.
3 flaws I need to work on is patience. Mostly patience, because my patience is so slim. I guess. Oh, that's it. I can't think of nothing else right now.
Okay.
She was literally about to say something, but she like, nah, that's going to incriminate me. So, no, I can't think of nothing else. Just patience. Just patience. So, yeah, she has low patience, probably a short temper. She gonna always be snapping out over every little thing because she don't got no patience for nothing and she don't put up with nothing and she tired of everything. And, yeah, no. Does that sound like a pleasant relationship? Hell no.
I guess. Oh, that's it. I can't think of nothing else right now.
Okay.
This is my patience with everything. Patience with stupidity. Patience with people they have poor time management. Patience. I just don't have patience for certain things, and I think that's just who I am. Like I don't have time for it.
Okay.
And look, this is why men don't want to date older women. They don't have patience for anything. They're jaded. They're bitter. They gonna check you the first time something happened that she don't like because she done already dealt with that 40 times before. Who want to deal with that? She got a short fuse because she didn't already put up with 40 ain't shit niggas. What new man want to come into that? Seriously. Now, every time you say something she don't like, she gonna make you pay because she ain't make the other 40 dudes pay. Like, no. You could tell a joke. I'm tired of that joke. I heard 40 other niggas say that joke. Can you come up with a better joke? It's just, yeah, no. That's exactly why men don't want to date older women.
And I think that's just who I am. Like I don't have time for it.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Oh wow, that's a great question. I feel like a guy would be lucky to be with me because I bring a lot into a man's life, and a lot of times.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
Yeah, you bring a lot of bullshit into a man's life. So she didn't lie right there. She told the truth. So I'll give her credit. She didn't say she'd bring a lot of good things into a man's life, but she do bring a lot of things into a man's life. Headache, drama, kids, entitlement, baggage.
Because I bring a lot into a man's life, And a lot of times, men, they need people like us. They need women like us. So he's lucky to be with me because it's a lot that I can do. You know, like my hands can get dirty, or I can be a girl that sit down and let you do what you need to do. It's nothing I don't know how to do. I love cooking. I love cleaning. I love just making sure like whoever I'm attached to is on the same page. I love taking care of people. So I feel like I just bring a lot to the table. And I know when to shut up.
Let's break that down. Okay, so when are you supposed to shut up?
You supposed to, when your man say shut up, you supposed to shut up. No,
well,
what I mean by
hold on. A man said, wait, hold on, pause. Now, a man.
Yeah, we know Kendra ain't shutting up. And we know Kendra got an attitude like a man can't tell me nothing. I mean, I agree. I don't gotta tell a woman to shut up, but she know what homegirl meant. But we know Kendra ain't going for that. You can never shut her up. She will never let a man wear the pants in a relationship. She gonna tell the nigga to shut up. That's her mentality. You better shut up when I say shut up. So we knew Kendra wasn't gonna let that slide. She had to nip that in the bud real quick.
Shut up.
You supposed to, when your man say shut up, you supposed to shut up. No,
well,
what I mean by
hold on. A man said, wait, hold on, pause. Now, a man shouldn't tell you to shut up.
Not for real. Tell me shut up. You know what I mean by that. What I mean by that is.
No, this is why I'm asking you. When are you supposed to shut up?
What I mean by that, like shut up. That term. What I mean by that is like when it's time to be quiet, it's time to be quiet. When it's time to talk, it's time to talk. Like I said, I feel like a man should lead, meaning that I should be able to be quiet and you should be able to speak up when needed to be, you know, because I will speak up, but I want my man to allow me to be able to be silent so that he can speak up.
Okay. Okay, no, I get it. I think another way is to like pick your battles.
Yep.
I think there's some battles not worth fighting, so you just let it go. But the men giving you okays, men like to hear stuff like that.
Right, because they abusive, right? Yeah, we do like to hear stuff like that because we want you to shut the fuck up because all y'all talk too much. And I don't know if I've met too many women who seem like they're willing to shut up when their man want them to shut up. All you bitches are too opinionated, and you just gotta have the last word. But yeah, of course, Kendra had to throw some shade. You men like stuff like that because you want to control us and abuse us. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, but look, you don't gotta worry about what men like, Kendra, because you ain't gonna have a man. So keep doing you and being loud and not shutting up.
Look, the men giving you okays, men like to hear stuff like that. I know when to shut up. Okay. Well, you got some cool points with the guys with that one. Let's do it. What's your name on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
It's my name, Elisi.
Okay,
ELISSI.
I'm gonna have you spell it again. Oh wait, I think I wrote it down. ELISS.
Yeah, it's one of the best traits a woman can have. Yeah, for sure. Those are the best women to be married to. The ones who know how to do that. But I haven't met many at all. I don't know if I've met one. Especially when she in her feelings about something. I mean, if it's about something she really don't care about one way or another, yeah. But I want to meet the woe who can shut the fuck up when she passionate about something. I mean, speak her piece, but then when her man say the final word, she just be quiet about it, even when she passionate about it. That's what I haven't seen in my lifetime. All right, donations is dead, so I'm out. Remember how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play an asshole on the internet, and I have never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Ever.